Hello, 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 and welcome to the finale recap and review of Real Housewives of New Jersey, okay? Oh boy, you guys, a mess. So, since this was such a big mess, in my opinion, I brought in some backup, okay? My special guest today is Mary from Kiki and Kibbitz, and I mean, we got together and did some coffee talk, like just two homegirls who haven't seen each other for 20 years, baby. And we just talked and chatted, and this podcast was nearly 3 hours long, okay? So there was a lot of editing in it. So that is the reason for the delay. Nonetheless, you guys will enjoy it. So buckle up, grab yourself some coffee, and laugh with us, because I'm telling you, when you hear some silence, that is us laughing from our gut so hard that sound didn't come out, okay? That is how we were laughing. Oh my gosh. So, hopefully you'll be laughing that way too. And here we go. Enjoy.
You know what? I don't really like Melissa and I don't really like Joey because they try too hard. Mm-hmm. They have the energy of try too hard. And I don't appreciate that type of energy. Just be you. One reason why she got I give her a chance every season, but this season she pissed me off, and I ain't been the same since, when she was on an interview, a podcast, and she answered the question about why the fuck don't you have a storyline? She said it's called Housewives, and I am a housewife. That is my storyline.
Oh, okay.
Do you agree with that?
No, I don't agree with that. Because just because you're a housewife doesn't mean that's your storyline. No, I don't agree with that.
Do you feel like Teresa bullies Melissa and Joey?
I think Teresa overall bullies Melissa and Joey,
okay.
like in like a family setting, because they just feel like that they have to keep her on their good side in order to keep the family in order. Because if Teresa's mad at them, then it's like this whole tornado that's going to occur, and they just don't want to deal with it. So let's just keep Teresa happy. Like, as you see Joey going, nice apology, Trey. Good job.
I think that was a nice apology, though. I honestly do. First of all, okay,
for
wait.
Teresa, it was a nice apology. For Teresa, was a nice apology.
Okay, wait a minute. The lady apologized. She apologized. She said why she went off. Apologized. Let's eat. That was for everybody. That was a very good blanket apology. You know, you apologize.
Don't you think there should have been a side apology to Margaret for dumping the table on her?
Okay, well, wait a minute. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's just talk about this one apology at a time.
One apology at a time. One apology at a time.
Apology. Okay, so with this apology, I would like for everyone to just look at it for what it is.
Right.
It is simply meant for the people who were at the table and apologizing to them for her behavior, which is what we would expect.
Right.
We would expect for someone to apologize for your fucked up behavior. You done fucked up my bill. My dinner could have had glass in it, you know.
right.
So we do expect that apology, and she gave it. And I do think that's good. And I'm like, what's wrong with thinking that's good? But I'm able to, I guess, you know what somebody told me a long time ago? That's compartmentalizing.
Yes.
I'm able to do that.
Yes, me too.
I'm not thinking about Margaret.
Right.
But Margaret wants a moment. Margaret wants to be the queen. Margaret wants to take Teresa down. And I always root for the underdog. And you know what's funny is because a lot of people don't even see Teresa as an underdog. And let me tell you, I don't either. Right. However, I think they do.
Okay.
What's your thoughts? Is she the underdog or just thought to be?
I think that she's just thought to be the underdog because of what has happened to her in her life, because of the whole situation with Joe Giudice. They just kind of saw her as being stuck in like an abusive relationship.
Was,
right? Yeah, she was. Yeah, like she was kind of in an abusive relationship. She didn't know what was going on. Joe took advantage of that, and because of his actions, she went to jail.
Yeah, that's
you know, and a lot of people saw her as a victim.
I think she was.
She was a victim. I mean, I saw her as a victim, but I also saw her as, I mean, personally, I would never let my husband stick a document in front of me and just sign it.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
I mean, I don't care. And I've been married to my husband for 20 years.
That's good.
I would never let anyone stick any document in front of me without me reading it first myself. And if I don't understand anything, hold up a second and let me get an attorney to read this.
Okay, hold on. I agree with you, but I always thought I was, well, me and you in this together now. We're a minority.
Right. Yeah, no.
Now, let me say this.
It's craziness.
But are you supposed, but if you just think about it, like your spouse,
right?
You are supposed to be able to trust them, yes or
right.
no?
I know, but there was like loan documents and financial statements and all that shit.
When it comes with money,
no way.
You know what? They could give me.
I would have been like, what the hell am I signing? Why am I signing this? What is this?
In general,
right?
You are supposed to be able to trust your spouse, and when you're married, I heard, because I'm not married, that everything is y'all mixed up anyway.
Yeah, it is. It is. But
see why she would just easily just da 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 da.
I would still question it.
Jackie talks about how she shuts down because of negative energy. She acts like Teresa has a part in her eating disorder. Do you have any thoughts about that? Not Jackie's eating disorder as a whole, but her talking about the group and Teresa.
Right. I think Teresa's Teresa didn't start off on a great foot with her, with the rumor about Evan. And that started, that had to cause her stress. Now, this rumor about Evan, okay, I have,
it's not true. Go ahead.
I don't know, girl. See, this is what I was gonna say. I've seen some things on the interwebs that say, it's true. The personal trainer, do you know what I'm talking about? Have you seen the same things?
Yes.
About the personal trainer?
Yes.
So I think that when Teresa started bringing it up, that's what triggered Jackie. So it's Teresa is like the vessel, you know what I mean, Indigo? Like I think Teresa represents something that triggers Jackie.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because
she brought it up.
Because she brought it up.
Okay.
And every time she sees her, it kind of like triggers it in her. It's like already, a stressful trigger in her.
I get that. Yeah, I get that.
And then when you see the person that like brought it out on national TV, and you're trying to damage control.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Because she needs to cleanse her chakras. Right. You know what? Everybody don't cleanse their chakras and stuff. Like, I am able to be around folks who did me wrong.
Right. Exactly. Jackie can't. Jackie sees her and it's still a trigger.
Got it.
And then it triggers like her eating disorder, and then it's like she can't eat, because like the stress being around Teresa. And Teresa being such a loose cannon, you never know what the fuck Teresa's gonna say.
Well, don't poke the bear. But
then even if you don't poke the bear, you could just be sitting there minding your business.
Teresa only do stuff when she is poked.
But Teresa did. There's times that Teresa could turn around.
Your poke might not be the same poke as her poke.
She could turn around and just say, and just like Evan. And Jackie will be sitting there eating, for the first time. She'll be eating a whole meal. And Teresa's go, like Evan was a personal trainer in the bathroom.
But here's my question, my real question that I had asked and stated on my last review. Because Jackie said it again, like she said it almost every episode, that she's triggered by the dissension in the group.
Yes.
Okay, why the fuck are you in the group? Why?
Because she wants her message to be heard.
No, see, here's the thing. Because she did just get done saying in the last episode that she was smart. She told Teresa, no, I don't think I'm smart. I am. And that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody should be smart. I wish everybody was smart. But here's the thing. You have to like show it, because if I needed to heal and my job, I had some coworkers who triggered me where I couldn't heal. I'm smart enough to take a season off and heal, okay?
Right,
and come back like, whatever it was, I would take a season off to heal and come back. Speaking of, I wonder, do you think Dorinda is ever gonna be back?
I hope so.
Me too, girl.
Oh my God. I would love Dorinda to come back.
I made it nice. No, anyway.
Yeah, I made it nice.
Get the disgrace of you people. Okay, Dorinda. Now what? If you got something to say, you hold those things to yourself. We're sorry. We have to shut her house. Today, I decorated. I made it nice. I'm ashamed. Aww. Nobody can behave themselves, then you all go home. I gave you permission. All go home. Cause I decorated. I cooked. I made it nice. Nice. So go home, everybody. Go home.
Girl, people want to be appreciated. Okay, so Tiki, what do you think about Tiki working ever since Teresa just kind of slung glasses across the table? Well, I think that, Margaret was thirsty and she just was like, here you go. For your thirst. But Tiki was like, and he ain't been back since. Like, he always working. He working.
Of course. Do you blame Tiki for working?
Yes, I do. Because if you want to be on this show,
no, it's Tracy that's up on this show. Tracy's the fucking friend up, not him. He was like, listen, she wanted to do this shit. Okay?
That's you.
That's you.
I'm watch the caterer.
Okay? You're the friend of. You're the friend of. I'll be back there doing the shots. Okay?
You know,
leave me the fuck alone.
That is so true though, because he was so nervous that one time when he had a moment to ask Louis, you know, what's up, because this and that. Two things he did that I was like, ugh. And I don't even have another word for it except for ugh. I don't even know if ugh is a word. But he fidgeted with his glass first for a long time. I body language says a lot.
Right. You could tell that production said, listen, Tiki, you're going to do this. And he was like, damn, I got to do this. Damn, I got to do this.
Exactly.
Damn.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Because I was like, what are you doing with that glass? What's wrong with him? And then he said, you beat somebody, you beat somebody up, you know, whatever he said. And I was like, oh my God, you were nervous. You didn't want to do it.
Yes.
You didn't want to do it. It took a lot.
Production said, all right, Tiki, it's time for your 2 lines of the season. Okay, you signed their contract. You got your 2 lines of the season right here in this seat. Tiki said,
girl. Speaking of, okay, and then he let Joe take over.
Joe, it's your show, Joe.
Girl, I don't know if Joe knew, because Joe looked like, this my lines. Like, you know, I'm supposed to be saying this. You know, Margaret gonna fuck me up when I get home if I don't say this. I'd be scared for Joe, because the way she cussed him up, down, sideways last season, that was scary. That was scary. Okay, now let me ask you this. Speaking of that moment, what did you think about the seating? Didn't it look like it was planned and they couldn't remember where to sit?
Yes, it did.
Frank didn't know where he was supposed to be. I was like, Frank.
Don't you know that when you're dealing with a bunch of Guidos, they're like, oh, wait a second. Wait, am I supposed to be sitting here?
Frank said he was hungry. And I understand when you want food, like, baby, like, I'm thinking about the menu. I'm not thinking about the seating arrangement. And I do that. I don't know if I'm alone, but I think about the menu.
Yes.
When I'm going somewhere. Do you?
Yes, so do I.
We gotta get it together.
Frank is like, I want food. Who cares who's sitting where? I want food.
Honey. And then they cut, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I think I'm gonna sit by you. Like, after he put in some kind of order. But I get it, because that's me too. Like, let me do this first. Let me handle this first, and then I'll do whatever you're talking about right now. I can't even hear you until I satisfy. I gotta satisfy my hunger and everything. Hunger is real.
Oh yes.
Let me ask you, what do you think about Margaret being stuck on insisting that was no apology? Then they allow her to break it down what an apology is, and her saying that wasn't it. What do you think about that?
I think that was Margaret having her moment.
Okay.
I think that was another typical Margaret moment.
Okay.
I mean, she had a point, because it was an apology directed to her, and she didn't feel validated, but that was just Margaret being overdramatic and having a moment. Okay,
because it wasn't for her. So how can you have feelings about something? How can I take your feelings seriously when it wasn't for you anyway? It's like she wanted Teresa to have that blanket apology. But she knew it. They told her it wasn't going to happen, though.
Right. So she's delusional. Like, she just...
Okay. Yeah. Like, acting like she's a dog and calling her some kind of, like, dog. Isn't that on the same level of that body shaming?
Well, actually, Dolores had compared Teresa first to a dog in a pound that's been abused and neglected and just wanted to be petted.
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, there's a lot of comparison of Teresa to being an abused puppy.
Okay, but I'm asking about Margaret.
Right.
But isn't that just as bad as body shaming? Like, they're both talking about each other in a very unfavorable way.
I guess I just don't like
Okay.
body. I just don't like body
so
shaming.
you think it's okay for somebody to call you? Okay, first of all, I don't see nothing wrong with her saying that her booty was jiggly. Do you know what twerking is?
Do I know what is?
Twerking.
Yes.
That's jiggly booties.
Okay. Yeah. That's
People
true.
like it.
Okay.
It's a compliment.
Okay.
Lisa said she had a jiggly booty. What is wrong with having a jiggly
But
booty?
then she said she never missed a meal.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Okay. So, what do you have to tell us about the bike ride and would you do it? I want to know, would you do it?
I would do it. First of all, fun fact about Mary, you know that I do not know how to ride a two-wheeler.
No.
I've never learned how to ride a two-wheeler bike, nor can I swim.
What happened?
Yes.
Why?
Because I had a deprived childhood. Just put it that way.
What did you do when you was a kid? You didn't. What did you do when you went outside?
I didn't go outside much. Put it that way.
You read.
I've read books and I watched a lot of TV.
A
lot of soap operas. I grew up on
when you were
soap
little.
operas. Yes, I grew up on soap operas.
Oh my gosh! So you must love this Real Housewives.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Reality TV, soap operas was my first reality TV, girl.
Okay.
All my children.
I was gonna say I watched All My Children.
Mm-hmm. All my children. Until it ended, until the last episode.
My babysitter watched All My Children. So I had to. And I was thinking, like, in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna tell on you, but then I was like, oh, what is Erica doing? You know, like,
yes. That bike ride looked fucking fun as fuck. I would do it in a second, and I would do it with a bunch of Guidos from Jersey in a second.
Like
no, they were like fist pumping,
okay,
and fucking whooping, and like.
Yeah, you know what? Me too. But I would have a question of how long is this ride?
That's true. That's true.
Because I want to be realistic. They gave them shots of Tito's.
I know.
Girl, at every red light. I'd be asleep. Like, they're like, Will, Indigo, we lost Indigo in the street. So I'd have to know, how long is this? I know I'm getting paid, blah, 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 but how long is this for real? Because, like, send in a body double.
How many red lights on the average do we hit on this ride? I need to know. Because after the third red light,
that's me. For real. For real. That's me. And people want to act like, oh, you're a party. I'm not pooping nobody's. I'm not a wet blanket. I'm not pooping nobody's party. You don't have to listen. So these are questions for me.
Drinks that they have, like 5, 6.
They just kept. I got lost. I said, ooh. Because at first I was like excited, like, yes, I would do it. And then it was like pounding. And then even Tracy was like, this is strong, you know.
Yeah, I know. Tracy, when she did, she was like, whoa, this is strong.
And I'm like, I don't think I'd be able to do it. And they want you to keep doing your legs.
And Jennifer and Dolores are booty popping. They're like,
girl. What did you think? Okay, when speaking of Jennifer drinking, in the very beginning of this season, she said that she wouldn't drink around the ladies. She just drink water. We see that changed.
Of course.
Oh, I was going to say, what do you mean? I was going to say, did you believe that she could do it?
Hells no.
I did.
I didn't. I had no faith in that. Are you kidding me? I knew she was...
I did.
I was just thinking about Bill. Bill, the last episode when he came back after the boat ride and his shirt was on backwards and his hair
he felt
was
good. That was the look of I feel good right now.
And Jennifer's like, "What's wrong with you? Your shirt's all the wrong way."
He didn't even say nothing.
He was just like,
yeah, okay, he trying to stand up straight and get to the room.
You know that he saw like 4 of her at that point. He was like trying to figure out which one of Jennifer to look at.
Girl, that's the truth. Because when he stepped off the bus and was like, and then it looked like somebody turned him around. He was like, okay, like which way am I going? But you know what he was trying to do? Not be carried in like last time.
Yes.
He was like, I can walk. Where is it at? I can walk. Tell me where it's at.
Yes, I can walk.
I was like,
So then they get to the restaurant and you have drunk Melissa jumping on everybody.
I know, what was that? Why did you do that?
Because it's drunk Melissa. And Jennifer, of course, dropped her. Because what did she expect?
Well, do you think they friends?
No, not really.
I know.
No, I know. I don't think so.
But they're made up though.
Yeah, I
right?
think they're made up. I think they're friends for Teresa's sake. See, that's another case because I think Jennifer and Teresa are very good friends off screen.
Oh, Jennifer and Teresa. Okay, girl, I was still stuck on Jennifer and Melissa. I'm like, wait.
Right, no. I'm saying Jennifer and Teresa
yeah.
are good friends off screen. So Melissa has to tolerate Jennifer.
Let me ask you this. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right, no, I'm saying because I believe that Melissa has to tolerate Jennifer because Jennifer is best buddies with her sister-in-law, and Melissa has to tiptoe around Teresa to keep peace in her family.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I've heard that without Teresa, Jennifer wouldn't be on the show, but I feel like without Teresa, Melissa wouldn't be on the show. Melissa, Jennifer, who's more relevant on the show? Just that.
Jennifer.
Yes. Okay, thank you for being honest.
Jennifer. Yes, she is. Jennifer.
Thank you. And she
brings more to the show at this point than Melissa does.
Yes, levels.
I hate to say it,
Why
but
you
it's
true.
Say it? But it's true because I really don't like Jennifer. I think Jennifer's annoying as fuck. But as a housewife, she brings more to the table.
She does. Then
she has, a background, a storyline. Everything that went on with her
culture is interesting.
That's what I mean. Her culture. Everything that happened with her and Bill. She is messy as fuck. You have to love how messy she can get. She is messy as fuck.
Oh, well, yeah, when she gets upset, when she's provoked. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
She can be as messy as fuck. You have to love it. You have to love her. Like, what she wants to be, she could be a messy bitch. And that is the perfect qualification for a housewife.
Okay. On that same note, how do you feel about Tracy? On that same note, everything you just said.
What does Tracy bring?
We were supposed to say this, but I have to.
Tiki Barber's wife. Honestly.
Everybody keep calling her mistress.
I mean, that's who she is.
But
was she the nanny or wasn't she the nanny? I mean,
girl, I couldn't find nanny. I've heard she was a nanny, but when I looked her up, I couldn't find any nanniness.
Right. So
besides,
I mean,
Like I couldn't find it. I don't know why were people calling her the nanny. Do you know?
I don't. There was a rumor that she was the babysitter, and that's how.
Yeah, and she said she never was. She was always the intern, which doesn't make it better.
No, it doesn't make it better. But I don't know.
But first of all, she brought nothing. She was supposed to be like Melissa's little friend of, to like give Melissa a little backup, I guess. And didn't she? Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. The first 6 episodes, Tracy she exploded.
Yeah, she did explode. And then Teresa exploded and Tracy said bye. Right after that rope climbing course thing, when Teresa exploded, and then Tracy said bye.
First of all, that is true.
It is. Tracy spent the first 6 episodes. She spent the first 6 episodes poking and poking and poking and poking. And then Teresa showed up to her little event at that rope climbing course. And she said, I might just push somebody off I don't like.
Girl.
And Tracy said,
why is she got a problem with me? What?
And then after that, Tracy said, I'm out of here.
Backed up. She backed up.
Okay, so real quick, you guys, I felt it was only fair for me to say the reason why I was cracking up so hard in that previous moment. It is because me and Mary, we could see each other, and what she did when she said Tracy was out of here, honey, she disappeared. She disappeared from her screen. Okay, I didn't see her, and I didn't expect it, and it was hilarious. All right, it was so freaking funny to me, as you can see. But I just thought I should just chime in real quick and tell you guys why I couldn't catch my breath from laughing. With that being said, what you're getting ready to see right now is a throwback to my recap from season 8 with that moment that we were talking about. Just little sentiments, how I felt. All right.
Straight up, this ain't the way to work it out with these ladies, putting them on ropes and stuff, just like Teresa said. Okay, spoiler alert, Teresa said, I'm gonna guide you right on down to fall. I'm gonna guide you right on off that course to fall. See, if she wasn't a newbie, she'd know that. Okay, I'm not on the show and I know that. Girl, somebody could get hurt for real. Okay, anyway, then we just see a shot of Teresa giving each of them one of her products.
It made me look like a fool, because here's the thing. I didn't go hard for Tracy, but I told everybody, because nobody liked Tracy. Any place where this shit was talked about, I was the only one. I stood alone. And I told everybody the same thing. Listen, she's speaking up. That's what we want, and that's what we expect. That's what you gotta have as a housewife. You got to talk, because Caroline was supposed to be a housewife too, but nobody can even remember her. So,
right.
Yeah, because she never said nothing. So you've got to talk, and that's what she's doing. I defended her. But when she pulled all the way back, like at that treescape, people feel like she still was standing up for herself. But I felt a pullback because she asked why so many times, like, why is Teresa mad at me? Why does she want to talk to me? Why does she forgive Tiki? Why does she forgive Tiki and not me? Why? Wait a minute. Don't do that.
Exactly. You could see the fear in her face.
Yes.
She was like, why? But why? Oh my God. Is she really going to push me off this thing? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And she's like, really? Security? But she did seem afraid. And
yes.
And you know what? Maybe she should be now that I see that Teresa does have a temper, but Teresa didn't hurt nobody though. I mean, I'm not making an excuse for it.
Teresa has a temper. Ask Danielle Staub about Teresa's temper.
Teresa was poked.
Both times, Danielle.
Girl. So Jackie, so at lunch, so then there's lunch. They go to lunch. Jackie shares coleslaw with Tracy, and that's supposed to be showing us that she's making a big step. And the thing is, maybe she is making a big step. Because the bottom line is she looks better.
Yeah, she does look better, doesn't she?
Girl, yes. So whatever it was,
like that collarbone is not sticking out as bad as it was last season. Remember at the end of last season how?
Well, I saw some pictures and I just was like, oh.
Yeah, she was looking bad.
Yeah. And kudos to Evan.
Yes, Evan's really supportive and he's like understanding.
And that's good. But I'm like, damn, but he married her like that. Look, because I got pictures, I put it up there. One of my reviews, I spliced in some pictures of their marriage, wedding.
Yes, I've seen their wedding. Yes.
Boney. And I want to know that story. Because there's no way that, I mean, him marrying somebody that bony, if he honestly didn't say nothing and acted like it didn't exist, what's going on with you?
Right.
If the way I feel, and what we can tie this into the way that Margaret is saying that she cares about Teresa. If you really care about a person, you are going to say, what's up with this?
Right, exactly. Of course.
You're a skeleton.
Right, of course.
I love you. What's going on?
What's wrong?
And you would have to know they don't eat if you're together all the time. Like, you don't eat. Like, come on now. And you would want to just, because I've been in a relationship, like, not with that issue of the eating, but where you could see there's an issue with the person. And I love them so much to where we had to talk about it. Like, this is the conversation.
Right.
And it's because I love you and I'm going to tell you and I'm here to help you and all of that. I'm going to support you, so are you ready to get better? So maybe he did do that. However, they show those pictures. If I was Evan, I would be like, no, now if y'all gonna show those pictures, let me talk about how and what I think.
Exactly.
Because it looked like he just married her, skin and bones, and now he's like, I've always been there for you. Like what he said was, what did he said a couple of things. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think that I hope that he realized that there was a problem from the beginning and he made a conscious choice to go on the journey with her to try to help her. I hope.
Helping that we don't know about.
Yes.
Okay.
I hope so.
Okay. Because you know what? I had talked about that about Margaret. I was saying, if you supposed to be her best friend, this was episodes back.
Right.
I said, why don't you say something? Like, because even as a best friend, I'm going to say something. I'm not going to be mean.
Right.
And it would be coming from care. Like, if you care, because how you, like, if you such a caring person and you see your friend not eating and being skin and bones, care about that. Fuck Teresa.
Right.
Fuck
Right,
Teresa.
exactly. Right. Fuck Teresa. Right.
So I'm like, we never seen Margaret telling her eat more or not eat more, but what's up with your eating habits? I'm concerned about your eating habits.
Right.
Never showed that. Now, when Margaret said, when they was at the pool, she had on a yellow little bathing suit and she said, I never said anything because I always get shut down. Bravo shows a clip of gosh, Jackie saying, "Don't you ever ask me about my eating or whatever." Like she's very upset and she's pointing and she's angry. I remember that. Do you remember that?
I don't remember.
Your memory.
Okay.
They were on vacation.
Right.
They were on a vacation. I don't remember which vacation, and I don't know if it was last season or a season before.
Okay.
However, the only reason why it had came up was because it was the last time Danielle was on.
Okay.
And they were all arguing. They just kept arguing with Jennifer. It was just a bunch of arguing. Jennifer told Jackie, because Jennifer was arguing. I don't know if they were attacking her or if she was just shooting them all with her words, but she like took turns going pew, 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 pew. And it was Jackie's turn. And she said, "Jackie, while you're sitting up here defending Margaret is talking about you behind your back saying you don't eat." And
there you go. Okay.
Jackie's like, "You said I don't eat?"
And right here is where I've decided to end part 1. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed it. And part 2 will be coming up really, really soon. And then we're going to get into that reunion. Okay, so enjoy your week. I know the weekend's coming up. Enjoy that. Remember to send love, to receive love. Remember to be safe and wash your hands. Okay? Bye.